Alright guys, we've reached the final in Halle. It is kind of late and kind of trying to go to bed. It's been a long day, but I still will make this video before the final begins tomorrow morning. So the final is the third seed Daniil Medvedev taking on the Kazakh Alexander Bublik. I thought that it would be Zverev in this final facing Bublik, but he lost to Medvedev in a very close 3-set match, 6-4 in the third. This could have gone either way, but it appears that Medvedev definitely does have Zverev's number. He is 13-3 against Zverev since 2019. So this is what I was mentioning in my semi-final prediction video for Halle, was that it was difficult to predict this match between Medvedev and Zverev because of the fact of their lopsided head-to-head, but also at the same time that Medvedev had not reached a final in over a year. So this one I really didn't know which way it would go, but I said that Zverev would win in straight sets. In reality, it was Medvedev who prevailed, but this was a very close match, like I said, and it could definitely have gone either way. Bublik also won 6-4 in the third in another very close match. That one could have gone either way as well. I thought that one would be competitive, and it was. So Medvedev is now into his first final since Indian Wells in 2024. He did 69% first serves in, hit 38 winners and 45 unforced errors against Zverev. So I think he played a solid match, but not more than so. On the other hand, Bublik has still been playing one of the best tournaments of his life, in addition to Halle 2 years ago, where that was also probably one of the best tournaments of his life. He served 65% first serves in, hit 48 winners and 35 unforced errors against Sachanov, so he is still peaking. The head-to-head between these two players is actually 6-love to Medvedev, but they have never faced each other on grass, which is probably Bublik's best surface. It is not Medvedev's worst surface, that is still clay. Although, I'm not sure if Medvedev actually has a title on grass, but he does still, he does have a title on grass. That was in, where is it? Mallorca in 2021. So I still think Medvedev is better on grass than clay. He has reached the Wimbledon semifinals in the past 2 years, lost both of those to Carlos Alcaraz, who was the eventual champion. So Medvedev has been pretty good on grass in the past couple of years. But yeah, he is 6-0 against Bublik. A few of those meetings have been competitive. They most recently faced in Madrid last year, where Medvedev won a close 2-set match, 7-6, 6-4. So here we actually have another situation that is somewhat similar to the semifinals, Medvedev versus Zverev, where I said that it was difficult to predict because on the one hand you have the lopsided head-to-head in favor of Medvedev, but on the other hand you have the fact that Medvedev has not reached a final in over a year. Here is a very similar situation. We have a lopsided head-to-head in favor of Medvedev against Bublik, but we also have the fact that Medvedev has not won a title in over 2 years. So who do I pick to win this final? It is not easy, just as it was not easy to predict the semifinal with Medvedev. But I still said that Medvedev was completely finished in February when he got destroyed in that semifinal against Medvedev. So I will not yet say that he is ready to win this title just because he is in the final. I will still stick to what I said, and I will predict him to lose. But I think that he can make this close. It would be hard because he has beaten this guy 6 times in a row, it seems like he should at least make this close. And he is playing solid tennis, but Bublik is playing better tennis than he is, I believe. So I believe that Bublik will win this final in 3 sets and be the champion of Halle for the second time.